You're listening to The Hollow That Ate the Sun, written and narrated by Douglas Gosselin. Chapter 2, Where the River Waits. Fists and scabbed knees were just the warm-up. The real fight, staying whole in a world built to shred you. Out here, bayou or blacktop, there were no retries. No one came looking. You either got up or got left. The Gosselin boys figured it out fast. You didn't have to always agree, didn't have to remember who threw the first punch, didn't even have to say sorry. But when the storm hit, when the fists came fast, when the sky cracked wide and the ground broke, you showed up. No speeches, no handshakes, just 1,000 quiet choices that whispered, I'm here. Brotherhood wasn't claimed, it was endured. The bayou didn't forgive. Sometimes, if you were lucky, it just let go. Today, it let go easy. The thing in the dirt. The canoe kissed the mud with a hollow thud. Ugly thing, warped ribs, crooked patches, a salvaged nameplate from a dead boat, but it floated. And some days, that was enough. Mickey stepped out first. Jimmy followed, steadying Ricky when he stumbled. Davy hauled the bow onto higher ground, hands calloused, rope frayed from more than weather. They weren't out for fun, not today. Jimmy had told them about the girl crying, the reeds moving when nothing else did. A sound too soft to be wind, too sharp to ignore. He'd said it happened a few days ago, out near the bend, where the bayou twisted tighter and the trees leaned in like they had secrets. Someone might be out there, he told them, lost, hurt, waiting. What he didn't say was that he'd heard it before, not just once. A year ago, then again a few months back, always in different places, always the same sound. He hadn't told them that every time it felt closer. The bayou offered promises, adventure, escape, something better around the bend. But the boys had learned the rhythm of betrayal. Stay too long and the whispers shift from wonder to warning. Leave while you still can. Get back before the porch light flickers out. It always did before something happened. Jimmy's scar itched. He crouched by the river's edge. The tin box sat in the dirt. Not ominous, worse, ordinary, like it wanted to be found, like it had waited. Mickey opened the bag. Inside, newspaper clippings, folded and warped. The headlines water blurred, but still legible. Local girl missing near Charing Cross. Boy drowns in drainage. Ditch, body never recovered. Floodwaters swallow 3 near Froststone. No map, no directions, just patterns, just warnings. Ricky's foot tapped fast against a root. Tick, tick, tick. A countdown. Davy, down on his haunches, dug his fingers into the soil, shoulders coiled like a fuse just before the burn. They looked toward the reeds, dense, dark, a place they hadn't stepped before. Not this far, not this deep. Everyone knew the water moccasins bred thick in the channels back here. Thick-bodied, mean, silent until it was too late. Still, they stepped forward. No way, Jimmy muttered. Straight-up horror movie stuff. Mickey didn't laugh. Nobody did. Too quiet, too certain. The air felt thick. The river hummed. The reeds swayed in a pattern that didn't match the wind. We go tomorrow, Mickey said. No one argued. Even Ricky, who always had a joke ready, just nodded. They packed in silence. As they shoved off, Ricky glanced back at the box, half swallowed by shadow. The current caught them. The sky bloated with bruised clouds. No frogs, no dogs, no sound, except one splash. Heavy, deliberate. Jimmy gripped the raft tighter. Told himself it was just water, just rot. And he'd said that before. The river rushed. The river waited. What they didn't see yet was Davy, crouched just past the edge of the lot. He'd gotten there first. Quieter, closer, not hiding. Just listening. Jimmy had told them the truth, or most of it, and now they were all standing on the edge of something they couldn't quite name. Constable Roy adjusted his hat like he was lining up a memory. Back when I was your age, there was a boy named Cleet Morrison, lived out near Redgate, knew this bayou like breath, could set trot lines in pitch black, barefoot, and not step wrong. His fingers ghosted across the cruiser's hood, eyes fixed on the reeds, and the mist curling above them like it was alive. He tapped a cigarette from a soft pack. Didn't light it, just rolled it between his fingers like a worry stone. Then one day he just didn't come home. Canoe turned up near Saddle Cut, still tied off. Tackle box shut. Not a mark on it. He paused. The wind stirred the tops of the trees, slow and sideways. It looked like he stood up and stepped out into nothing. Mickey shifted, not nervous. Yet Jimmy didn't move. His hands were deep in his pockets, eyes narrowed on the waterline. Davy clung to a splintered fence post, heart thudding, slow and solid. He already knew how stories like this ended, especially when they started quiet, especially when they started with boys too curious for their own good. Roy caught Jimmy's look and smiled. Not cruel, just tired. People said maybe he slipped. Maybe a moccasin got him. Bayou's full of 'em this time of year, coiled like belts in the grass. One bite's enough. Then his gaze flicked over all of them, quick, measured. But the old ones, the ones that remember further back, he let the cigarette drift across his knuckles. Sometimes, he said, voice low and sure, the bayou just don't want you back. And the way he said it, like a line in a book already written, put sweat on Mickey's spine. The air thickened. Davy gripped the fence post tighter. He could run, cut through the yards, beat them home, say nothing. Forget this. But he didn't. Jimmy was still standing there, and Davy wasn't about to be the one who didn't. Roy smiled again, lighter now, like closing a story that didn't need a punchline. Thing to remember, boys, he said, tipping his brim low. Some places out there don't care who owns them on paper. That land's been older than people a long, long time. Doesn't always take kindly to folks poking where they ain't wanted. He pushed off the cruiser, walked slow back to the driver's side. The door creaked, the engine ticked, the taillights blinked red once across the gravel before the cruiser rolled away down the rutted path. The bayou took the sound like it took everything else. Mickey adjusted the bag on his shoulder, the strap biting into his neck. You think he was serious? He asked, voice low, like it might echo back wrong. Jimmy watched the mist rise, watched the dark settle like a second river across the trees. Doesn't matter, he said. He spat once, wiped his hands on his jeans, walked. Mickey followed, no more questions. Davy waited longer, not because he had to, because Jimmy hadn't told him not to, because even if everything in him screamed don't, if they go, I go. And the bayou remembered who stepped too far into its breath.